Finally, we're on the last part of Transmit Code of Conduct orientation. At the end of this video, I hope you will view the Code of Conduct as a tool to help you make better choices, openly communicate, share your bright ideas, motivate others, think of the vision and mission of the company, comply on the core values, and strive to become a better version of yourself. Alright? Now, for the legal compliance, we shall read the disciplinary policies, behavioral expectations, and corresponding penalties. Shall we begin? Okay. So, this company operates on a system of mutual respect between supervisors and employees. Supervisors must treat their employees with dignity and understanding, and likewise, employees must show due regard for their supervisor's authority. Okay. So, under insubordination, is willful disobedience by the employee of lawful orders of his/her supervisor or manager. For the first offense, 3-day suspension. Second is dismissal. With willful holding back, slowing down, hindering, or limiting output. First offense, written warning. Second, 2-day suspension. Third is dismissal. Then refuses to follow work schedule or break time. First is counseling. Second, verbal warning. Third is written warning. Fourth and fifth, suspension. And finally, dismissal. Refuses to cooperate in any company investigation. First is written warning. Second is dismissal. Willful disrespect and unprofessional behavior towards immediate supervisor or manager. First is written warning. Second, 2-day suspension. And then finally, dismissal. Willful disobedience by the employee to submit documents and form related to maternity reimbursement. First is written warning, second is 2-day suspension, then third is 3-day suspension, fourth is finally dismissal. Now, about this rule, okay, willful disobedience is having an intentional motive to avoid compliance, right? Now, as much as possible, we want to avoid implementing this rule. We shall give the employee a chance to talk to the executive management to explain their side. Now, the reason why this is urgent is because the maternity benefit or the cash advanced by the company should be immediately reimbursed from SSS. So it can be invested in business and make of good use, right? Okay. Anyway, let's go to the next policy. All other acts of insubordination that cause or tend to cause damage or prejudice to the company. Okay, so the first offense, written warning. Second, suspension. And then last is dismissal. Okay, we'll go to the next. The success of this company depends on the hard work, dedication, and integrity of everyone. The company can only do business with employees and vendors that have high standard of integrity. Okay, so under fraud and similar acts prejudicial to company interest, first is rendering services for another employer or personal client during working time. So the first offense is written warning, second is 3-day suspension, and then finally dismissal. Next is falsification of or tampering of company record and documents. Outright, this is dismissal on the first offense. Lying on application or providing false information. First offense, dismissal. Making false claims for reimbursements. Okay. So first offense, written warning. Okay. And there's also reparation of damage costs. Okay. So it's either you're going to replace or pay for the property. Okay. Property lost or for the amount lost. Right? Second is dismissal. Lying or giving false reason for being absent. Okay, first offense, written warning, then dismissal. Misappropriating withholding funds or failure to account for any money and or property belonging to the company. Okay, so first offense, dismissal. Also, there is reparation of damage cost. Next. Okay. Revealing without authority confidential information, data reports, trade secrets of the company to persons or client not authorized to receive the same. Okay. First offense, dismissal. engaging in the same business activities that are of the same business of the company. Okay, first offense, dismissal. Other forms of deceit, fraud, and misrepresentation committed by employee against the company. Okay, here there's going to be preventive suspension, and then if found the employee violated, okay, the rule or the policy, then the employee is dismissed from duty. Next, the company has invested in property and equipment, therefore the property should be used in the manner intended and instructed. Now under company property, failure to report loss of company property within 24 hours. Okay, first offense, written warning with reparation of damage caused. Okay. Next is improper use and care of company property. Again, written warning and reparation of damage caused. Then use of company property for personal benefit. Okay, first offense, counseling. Second, verbal warning. Third, written warning. Then fourth and fifth, suspension. Finally, dismissal. Lending of company property, sharing of passwords to an authorized person. Okay, first offense, okay, dismissal. Okay, but again, there is a preventive suspension, okay, for further investigation. Okay, next is failure to return the company property to the company within 1 week. Okay, now first offense is dismissal. Okay, also there might be criminal liability, right? Okay, so for unreturned company property, normally this happens during employees clearance procedure. I think 1 week is reasonable enough to return the equipment. But if you think otherwise, the employee may request for extension provided the reason is valid and approved by the manager. Now, do you still remember the first case example we had? Well, the employee violated this rule. The reason why this former employee was charged of staff because despite of our effort to reach out and send demand letters, we still found that probable cause due to her evasive action and motive. Anyway, let's just move to the next policy. Okay. Now, substituting company property with another inferior quality or lesser value. Okay. First offense, okay, just reparation of damage caused. Okay. Then second, well, it's already criminal liability, and the employee is already subject for dismissal. Okay, we'll move to the next. These companies shall comply with various applicable occupational safety and health law to maintain and improve safe and ideal work environment. Under health, drug addiction and or refusal to submit and undergo drug tests and rehabilitation. Okay, for the first offense, rehabilitation. Second, ready dismissal. Failed to provide medical certificate or medical fit to work after 2 consecutive days of absence due to illness. Okay, first offense, written warning. Second and third, suspension. Okay, and then last is dismissal. Okay, then conceals or fails to declare medical condition if it endangers personal health or adversely affects operations. First is written warning. Second is 2 day suspension. Third is 3 day suspension. Then finally dismissal. Also refuses to undergo medication or treatment prescribed by the doctor. Okay, so the same. First offense, written warning. Second and third, suspension. Then finally dismissal. Okay, next. Right. And all other acts and omissions as enumerated in the labor code. So this is also part of the disciplinary policy. All right, good. Now we're finally done with disciplinary policies. Okay, we'll discuss about the sample forms. Okay, disciplinary and coaching form. Now, if you're going to see this part, okay, disciplinary action form. Okay, the manager shall fill out all this information or fields. Okay, and this will be given to the employee. Now, make sure that you have entered the description of the incident, specify the time and date of the incident, okay? And then please talk to HR or check your manual or code of conduct for the relevant policy. Now, here is very important. Okay, the employee must explain in writing within 24 hours upon receipt hereof why should not be subjected to appropriate disciplinary action in connection with above charges. Okay, so after the employee provided the explanation, okay, submit to your manager, okay, and the manager in turn will provide the corrective action required. Okay. Now, also fill out these consequences of failure to improve performance or correct behavior. Okay, so what will happen is, for example, okay, this is just the first offense, okay, verbal warning, just for example. Okay, the next will be written warning, okay, according to our rules. Okay, so please enter this information on this field. Okay, right now. Both employee and operation manager must sign this disciplinary action form. Okay, and then please send a copy to HR. Right. Now we also have coaching and feedback form. Okay, this is different from disciplinary action. Right. So you will provide, okay, the particular incident or call. Okay, please enter the your positive comment. Okay, or feedback. Okay, and then areas of opportunity. Okay, then last is your action plan and comments. And both employee or trainee and then the QA or the manager will sign this form. Okay, please send a copy to HR, okay, via hr.my. All right. Now, okay, this coaching and feedback form, okay, as I said, is not disciplinary action, okay, form, but can be used as a supporting document. All right. Okay, let's move to the next. Right, effectivity. Effectivity is on November 1, 2019. Okay, Transmed reserves the right to modify, add, amend, or delete any of the policy in this code of conduct on employee discipline as business exigencies require. Okay. Next is acknowledgement. Okay, code of conduct on employee discipline acknowledgement form. Okay, you'll be provided with this form. Just sign just sign and over your printed name, right? And then please enter your name here and then position, okay? And then the date you receive or downloaded the code of conduct. Okay, you acknowledge that you carefully read the code before you executed your signature. Then you attended the code of conduct orientation online. On what date? Okay. Then acknowledge the importance of the code to the proper conduct of business. You also understand your obligations as set forth in the code. Then you are fully committed to conduct yourself in accordance with code at all times. Okay, next. Right. Now we are already at the end of our presentation. Okay. Please, if you have any questions, okay, uh, don't hesitate to approach us. Right. Now, again, thank you, and I hope you paid attention to this online training and able to understand the reason why we're having this code of conduct. Please don't forget to complete the quiz after this. You can download a copy of the code from hr.my portal. Right? Congratulations on completing your orientation. Thank you.